Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm here with who?
Jay.
And this weekend, Jay, man, what'd you do?
I got top 8 at Kenner Regional playing Unchained Fiendsmith.
Well, that's dope, man. This deck profile is really interesting because we got to go over this deck list. But before we get started, is there any shout-outs or anything you want to add there?
Shout out to my team Pandemonium Gaming who hosted the regional. Everything ran pretty smooth. Always have a good time there. Shout out to Jacob Roberts and Drake for letting me borrow some cards. And shout out to Pandemonium Gaming for letting me get cards too when I need them. Shout out to Travis behind the camera.
Thanks, man.
Shout out to Akuna, my dad. Big fan of their channel as well.
Hell yeah.
Who I'm doing the profile for. And shout out to Heisem, Jib, and Peck. Anytime I need anything or a question about a deck, they give it to me. They're quick to answer. So those are the homies. So that's it.
Hey man, let's get into that deck profile then, brother.
All right. We'll do Fiendsmith stuff first. 3 track, 3 engraver, 1 lacrima, 1 lurie, and 1 trap. All of this is standard for Fiendsmith, probably except for this, but you need to play 3 of these. Basically any light fiend is like full combo for both engines for Fiendsmith and also for Unchained. And speaking of light fiends, I play musket cards.
Oh man, okay.
So like I said, any light fiend is like full combo.
This is dope.
3 Starfire is the better one. When a spell or trap is activated in this column, it can special 1 from deck. This one actually should not be in the deck. It's the only one I could find though. It should be the other one, Calamity, which has like an actual effect. But they don't really come up too much, except for this one. But yeah, you should definitely play Calamity instead of Caspar. For the actual Unchained cards, you have 1 Shayama. The reason why people are trying out the deck again is because Sharvara came back to 2. This is like probably the best Unchained card in the deck. 2 Aruha, 1 Sarama, 3 Abomination's Prison, which is like the road of the deck, 1 Unchained, 1 Escape of the Unchained, and then 2 Chambers, which is the Reborn. So this is your Unchained package. I think this is pretty much standard. I actually got the idea to look into the deck from Nico from Raid and Trade, so shout out to Raid and Trade. He's known for like playing Unchained, Fiendsmith Unchained, and things like that. So most of what I knew about the deck or how to play it came from him. So if you want to learn more about the deck, I suggest you guys hit up Raid and Trade or hit up Nico from Raid and Trade.
Hell yeah.
So for the non-engine, I played 3 Fua, 3 Ash, and 3 Droll. The reason I played these 3, because usually you want to play breakers in the Unchained deck, but I played these 3 because it helps with this card. The deck, it's hard to function with the deck when you get hit with Fua, so you kind of need ways to deal with it, which is Ash and Droll. You don't really search in the combo really at all, so when they draw a card you can draw yourself and you just still keep going. But you needed like ways to deal with this card because this card really hurts this deck, which is probably one of the reasons why you may not want to play it per se, but I still think it's good enough to be played right now. I mean, Fua hurts a lot of decks, but it does really hurt this deck. So that was the reason why for the 3 Ash and 3 Droll. More of non-engine, which is the breaker part of the deck. 3 Droplet, 3 Thrush, Talents, and then Call By. Call By is also for Fua, so you got 7 ways to deal with Fua in the deck. Droplets was really good all day. Thrust was great. This deck is probably the best, if not one of the best decks to use Thrust. Because it gets you Unchained Engine, it can get you Fiendsmith Engine, it can also get you Talent. It can get you pretty much anything that you need in the deck. So this deck utilizes Thrust really good. So Droplet Thrust were really good for me, really that whole day. This was originally the main deck guy, Abomination, the 3000 attack guy. It probably still should have been, because it would have made some of my games easier. He helps break boards and he can help play through Nib. But I decided to play Callby instead, so I think you should play the main deck Abominable guy. Or you could just add it. I mean, this is 42 cards. I was trying to keep it close to 40, but I couldn't.
Hell yeah, 42 cards. All right, let's go check the side deck out.
Side deck had back row removal, which I still think is great right now. So Duster, 2 Storm. I had D barrier for your thrust target. I also had the Roman Cannon for a thrust target. I mean, it didn't really come up. It's not really supposed to be in here along with these two, because these 3 should have been mistaken arrest to put in going first, which would have been better in this deck. But I just decided to put these in. They never came up, so these 3 literally could be anything. 3 Lancia, obviously, for Malice. I mean, people still gonna play it. I mean, it's not, the deck isn't dead or anything like that, especially after the next set. So you still need these. 3 Perulia and then 2 Meows. So everything in the side deck came up except for really these 3, which were supposed to be mistaken arrest. But it's nothing too spicy. All of this is still pretty good into the format right now. That's it for the side. Let's do extra deck. And this extra deck is pretty standard as well. Caesar, Necro Quip. You need Aerial Eater because it makes your Fiend lines full Unchained combo. So this is needed. Desiree, Sequence, Requiem, Moon. This is for the Fiendsmith stuff, pretty much. All this is standard. You need all of these. For the Unchained, Unchained Abomination, 2 Yama, Anguish, Solar Rage. Rage works well with SP, which is part of your inboard. And then a Bow, which is really good in the deck as well. And then the Link 1 for the Muskets, which is really broken. If they don't negate this, it just gives you free advantage, 2 free bodies on the field. So it's really good at breaking boards. So I think playing the musket cards are better than playing like, Tour Guide or anything like that. Especially because they work so well with the Fiendsmith cards. So the muskets are just good overall. So I would suggest if you play the deck, just play them with the musket cards in it. Overall, I think the deck is pretty good. Obviously, it has its issues with playing into Fulla and the Charmy and Perulia, but it's a fun deck to play. So I think it's definitely playable right now. So if you want to have fun with it, I suggest just give it a try.
Hell yeah, dude! You got your top 8. Jay, is there any last comments or anything else you want to add, brother?
No, just shout out to Hakuna Matata for showcasing the profile. Shout out to Raid and Trade for like what they do, or Nico from Raid and Trade for what he does for the deck. And that's pretty much it.
Well, guys, until next time, probably see Jay again. Remember, comment, like, subscribe. Peace.